Welcome in back to Patterson Ice Arena for Game 4, the final game of the TPH Kickoff Classic. West Michigan Varsity 16U green takes on MHA 16U gray. West Michigan 2-1 on the weekend earlier today with a victory against VRPD. 6-0 win. Looking to cap off a weekend with a win. So far, 1 goal given up all weekend. Noah Freen in net again today. Noah with a shutout earlier today. Buck Jabraki must be out of town for this game. We've begun. Moore's out there with Lopshire and Mitchell. On defense, Hohendorf and Rocco. MHA with the puck in their own end. They'll break it out neutral zone. Loose into West Michigan end. Rocco's pass to Lopshire connects. Lopshire cross ice for Mitchell. Mitchell in. Mitchell can't get a shot, just wide of net. This one carried out by MHA. Pass near side, taken away by Hohendorf. Shot in on Freen is saved. And puck moved back out to neutral end. MHA with possession. They cycle mid-ice. Budwarman on the ice now with Berto along with Poulin. Rocco and Poulin on defense. MHA breaks it out, picked off by Budwarman. Got to wait for Berto to come on side. Budwarman puts it in deep. Puck played in the neutral zone. Berto chips it ahead. MHA able to take possession. Berto steps, creates a turnover. MHA scoops it up in their own end. Plays it behind the net. Pressure by Budwarman. MHA brings it back near side. Outlet pass. Just off the stick. Kuhn will hold it there at the point. MHA plays it through neutral zone, giving chases Poulin. Icing waved off. Poulin try to bring it back up the near side. Loose on the end line. MHA with control far side corner. Pass back to the point. Point man shot. Knocked down by Poulin. He's got a break. Poulin in on net. Shoots, he scores! First shot of the game for West Michigan. And Poulin buries it. I don't know yet. Huh? Puck played in by Hooper. Luke Hooper on defense along with Timpy. Ayler up front with Rocco and Smilanich. MHA around their own net, near side. Held in by Hooper, shot on goal, saved. Loose behind the net, MHA gives chase. Smilanich with a hit. Puck sent out to the point, Timpy holds it in. MHA with possession, pass up the near side, goes long. Icing waved off. Timpy behind the net, double team. MHA digs it out. Centering pass goes long, but the point man holds it. Shot in towards Freen to save. Ayler plays it up and into the MHA end. Pass near side, off a skate, trying to find it. Loose. Moore picks it up. Moore takes it in on side. Moore stops at the half wall. Moore down to Mitchell. Mitchell behind the net. West Michigan with a shift change. Played back behind the net by Rocco. MHA with control, Moore pestering. Moore goes to the knees. MHA comes back to the near side, outlet through the air, and picked off by Hohendorf. Hohendorf skates it back in on side. Hohendorf on the near side. Stops at the wall. In to help is Lopshire. Played through neutral zone. Pass cross ice picked off by Moore. Moore at the far side wall. Puck squirts out to the middle. MHA with control. Played back into the MHA end. Mitchell gives chase. MHA trying to get it up the near wall. Held up by Lopshire. Now they get some help. MHA carries through neutral zone. MHA, puck goes loose. Hohendorf pressuring. Rocco is there to help. Berto's pass for Mitchell goes long. MHA gets possession in neutral zone. Pass back into West Michigan zone, pestered by Hohendorf. Berto trying to dig it out. Hohendorf and Poulin pinned on the wall. 3-on-3 here. Ref encouraged puck movement. Now it comes out. Rocco picks it up. Tries to get it to Bidwarman. Bidwarman, far side, clears the zone. Poulin advances it ahead. MHA goes D to D. Berto gives chase. MHA on the breakout. Pass through the middle connects. MHA shot in on free and a save. Loose on the near side. MHA dumps it back in off delayed offsides. Carrying out is Hohendorf. Hohendorf cross mid-ice, dumps it in far. Puck rattles around to the near side corner. Bidwarman with a hit. Puck comes out. MHA able to clear. Kuhn with a stick on it. Poulin and Berto. Berto at the red line gets it to Bidwarman. Bidwarman rips a shot on net to save. MHA on the breakout, near side into neutral ice. Kuhn's got it. He turns at the blue line, has it poked away and goes in deep. Kuhn up the wall. Miles Ehlers out there along with Rocco. That pass off Rocco's stick. MHA will get a handle on it. They go D to D. Now pass through the middle. Goes loose. Ehlers got it. Puts the backhand in deep. Behind the net. Pass out in front. Taken away by MHA. And they'll carry ahead. Cross the red line. Cross blue line. Poulin with good D. Loose in the feet and picked up by Rocco. Rocco tries to find Smilanich on a stretch pass. MHA able to possess in their own end. D to D. Pass through neutral zone. Connects on the rush. Timpey, good play. Pushes into the wall. Loses his stick in the process. Doesn't stop him though from disrupting the play. MHA will regroup in neutral zone. MHA back through into West Michigan end. MHA with control behind the net, wrapped around the wall for the point man. Back to the wall. Mitchell disrupts. Hooper sends a pass around the wall, near side. Timpey. He'll hold it there. Smilanich in to help. Comes out. MHA with a shot in on free and a save. Mitchell clears the zone. MHA though right back with the puck and a dump in cross ice. Luke Hooper gives chase. Hooper behind the net. Outlet to Mitchell. Mitchell carries through the middle, now curls back behind the net. Mitchell sprints ahead. Look at this speed. Mitchell tried to get around one, lost his stick and a glove. Played behind the net. Lopshire pinches down. Moore in to help. Moore sends it behind the net, near side. MHA will have some space. Moore presses into the wall. Mitchell there to help. Lopshire as well. Oops. That one dumped the length of the ice for the icing call. Berto up front. Poulin and Budwarman, Hohendorf and Rocco on defense. Face-off played behind the net. MHA there first. Poulin with a big hit. Poulin's got the puck far side corner, hits the pass out to Rocco at the point. Rocco shot. Budwarman with a one-timer on the doorstep. And West Michigan with a second goal. Samuel Budwarman. Two to 0, West Michigan off with an early lead. That line stays out. Budwarman, Berto, and Poulin. Now we'll get a whistle here. Penalty call, roughing call. That's going to be Rocco headed to the box. So MHA Gray with their first power play of the game. Lopshire out with Poulin, Berto, and Kuhn on the penalty kill. MHA behind their net, behind our net. Kuhn wraps one high off the glass, held up by MHA at the wall. Kuhn gets it back, he'll skate behind his own goal. He'll try to burn one down the ice, held in the zone. Top of the zone, MHA. They'll bring it near side, out on the corners. Pass through the crease, that'll leave the zone. MHA Gray with possession mid-ice. Now into the zone on the power play. Down low, pass in front, deflected behind the net. MHA pass out to the near side point. Point man sends it down below the end line. Good play there by Poulin. MHA keeps possession, pass point. Center puts it in on net. Save and a clear out, held in the zone though. Oh, nice. Berto digs it out. 1-on-4. Berto puts a shot on goal, a save. MHA with possession. They'll rush it back in. On the power play. Good D. Kuhn takes it away. Kuhn and Poulin on D. MHA keeps possession in the zone. MHA on the near side. Pass behind the net. Kuhn's there. Berto, hits the referee on the dump on the turn and burn, held in the zone. MHA with it. MHA is shot and they bury it. Found a spot, stick side, and they put it in for a power play goal. Ayler, Rocco, and Smilanich up front. Timpy and Hooper on defense. West Michigan with the win. Timpy from the red line tries to dump in off the ref. Smilanich, pass near side for Hooper. Hooper makes his way through. Puck loose. MHA gets it. Held up in the neutral zone. Smilanich. MHA, though, sends it back. Right at the blue line, Rocco sends a pass, Smilanich after it, MHA gets back. Wrapped around the wall, far side. Rocco holds it there, or Ayler holds it. Comes out to neutral zone for Hooper. Hooper over to Timpy, Timpy back for Hooper. Puck is loose, cleared out of the zone, but MHA gets possession. MHA dumps it in, and we're going to whistle for icing. Moore on the face-off with Mitchell and Lopshire. MHA gets possession in their own end. Pass popped up by Moore, glove down by Hohendorf, but held in the zone. MHA, top of the circle, shot on Freen, blocked. Lopshire, far side wall, flips it to neutral zone, knocked down by MHA, and dumped back in. Hard after it is Hohendorf. On the side of the net, Lopshire, to the back wall, big hit there. Puck comes loose, MHA with possession. Taken away by Lopshire. That's Rocco. Freen has to get a stick on it, clears it to the side wall. MHA, another shot in on Freen, saved. Played behind the net, Rocco. He's double teamed, loose. MHA, pass back to the point. Top of the zone, shots knocked down. Moore's got the loose puck. Moore, near side for Mitchell. Couldn't connect. MHA able to clear and put it through neutral zone. Moore's got it again. Moore puts it in deep. They'll go for a change. Mitchell gives chase. Poulin behind the net. Puck loose. MHA on the breakout near side. Centering pass. Connects, but taken away by Poulin. Poulin finds Berto. Berto's going to carry it in. Berto flips the shot, goes wide. Rebound by Budwarman on net, save. Budwarman again, this time wrapped all the way around to neutral zone, and Kuhn cycles from the red line, dumps it in, just wide of the net. Poulin after it, behind the net, disrupts play. MHA able to carry it out. Poulin after it, frees it up for Budwarman. Budwarman sauces a pass to Poulin on the tape. Poulin shoots just wide of net. Berto plays it towards net, picked off by MHA and played back through neutral zone. Pressured, Budwarman loose for Timpy. Timpy from the red line dumps it in deep. He'll go after it as West Michigan looks to get some fresh skaters out. Held up at the back wall. Rocco's on the ice along with Smilanich. Hooper on defense. There's Hooper in neutral zone. Puts it backhand. MHA picks it up. Bounces it back to Hooper. And we'll get a whistle for offsides. Offensive zone draw. Miles Ayler, Rocco and Smilish's line mates, Hooper and Timpy on defense. MHA digs it out. They'll chip around the defense. Hooper's there to help. Sends it back to neutral zone for Smilanich. Smilanich off the wall, back into the MHA zone. MHA with possession. Hooper picks off the outlet, comes in onside. Hooper pressed into the corner. Pass in front, knocked down by MHA, and they'll carry it out 3-on-2. Timpy with a good stick at the wall. MHA, though, keeps it low. Timpy takes it away. Timpy from behind the net. Outlet for Smilanich. And carried out by Rocco. Comes out of the zone. Dumped back in, though. Hooper's there. Off the wall, he finds Smilanich. Smilanich sends it into the far corner. He'll go for a change. Rocco's there. Puck sent back to the point. Rocco puts a shot on net, save. Rebound, backhand in front, save. And a whistle as the goaltender freezes it. Moore on the dot, Lopshire and Mitchell, Hohendorf and Rocco on defense. This is Hohendorf from the point position, puts it in towards net, goes loose in the corner, Mitchell's there. Mitchell takes it up the wall, gets a pass to Rocco at the point, pushed in deep. Behind the net, Moore's gonna give chase. Moore ties the man up. Lopshire into the corner side wall, MHA breaks it out. Puck held out of the zone. Loosen the feet, now played by Rocco. Rocco at the blue line, puts it in deep. Mitchell gives chase. Puck loose, MHA moves it ahead. Pinched off by Hohendorf. Rocco, far side wall. MHA gets some help. Loose in the corner for Moore. That one chipped out and deep in the MHA zone. Mitchell after it. Mitchell gets it to Poulin, taken off his stick by MHA. Pass near side, Kuhn stops it, mid-ice. MHA though, can't break it in, nice play by Poulin. Poulin finds Mitchell, and we'll get a whistle and a buzzer as the first period comes to an end. 2-1 the score, West Michigan. Goals by Bedwarman and Poulin. Second period, Berto, Poulin, Bedwarman up front, Kuhn and Poulin on defense. Poulin behind his own goal. In the feet, now played by Kuhn. Skates it up the wall, held in by MHA. He'll send it off the wall. Poulin collects it. Far side corner, Kuhn moves it up for Poulin. Into neutral zone, Bedwarman sweeps it. MHA takes it in deep, centers a pass, cleared out nicely by Kuhn. Kuhn with a shot block. Kuhn behind the net, wrestles after it, gets it in the corner, Poulin. Berto comes in, out to the point. Shot goes wide. Far side point, holds it in, puts it in deep. After it is Poulin. Now in the corner is Berto. Berto outlets to Poulin. Poulin in the middle to Bedwarman. Bedwarman crosses the red line and dumps it in deep to give chase. Behind the end line. MHA outlets. They've got a man near side. Taken away by Timpy. Timpy back to neutral zone. Berto. Berto still with possession. Berto at the blue line finds Smilanich. Smilanich in the zone. Smilanich after the loose puck shoots, and a save by the goaltender. Ayler on the faceoff. Smilanich and Rocco, his line mates, Timpy out there with Hooper. Timpy keeps it deep. After it is Ayler. Ayler pulls it in the corner. Ayler up the wall. Trying to cycle back with Smilanich. MHA with a stick on it, wraps it around far side. Now behind their own goal. Now back to the far side. Ayler picks it off. Ayler behind the end line. Curls back into the wall. Pressed off the puck. Rocco's there to help. MHA gets a stick on it. They can't clear. Timpy puts a shot just wide. Ayler with a rebound. Smilanich gets it back in the corner. Ayler in the feet. MHA will skate it out. MHA dumps it in deep. Into the corner. Hooper after it. Looks like a couple of high school teammates down there battling. Forest Hill Central. Full line change for West Michigan. More Lopshire and Mitchell, Kuhn and Poulin come out. Face-off sent to the wall. MHA back to the point. Played down low. Intercepted by Poulin and played by Lopshire. Lopshire crosses the red line, dumps it in deep. Goalie comes out to play it. Sends it in the far corner. Kuhn holds it. Now that will come out to neutral zone. MHA with numbers. MHA into the corner. Poulin battles down there. MHA carries it out. Pass back to the point. Shot wide left of Freen. Kuhn behind the net, runs into traffic, but moves the puck to Lopshire. Lopshire, cross ice for Mitchell. Mitchell dropped it for Kuhn. Kuhn had it poked off his stick. Goes loose. Moore got a stick on it and put it in the corner. Moore sends it up the wall. Mitchell there, brings it back in the corner. Pass up the wall for Kuhn. Kuhn gets it back to Mitchell on the break. Mitchell takes it low. Pass back to Kuhn at the point. Trying to hold it in. MHA will break it out 2-on-1. Rocco on defense. MHA shot and they score. That just doubled our weekend total goals against. Berto, Poulin, and Bedwarman up front. Hohendorf on defense along with Rocco. This is Hohendorf driving it in. Into the corner, behind the net. Hohendorf takes a hit, loosens the puck up. MHA wraps it around the wall. Poulin puts it back in the corner. Berto sends a pass out, trying to find Hohendorf, goes long. He's got a chaser on his tail. Hohendorf sends it back to neutral zone. Picked up by MHA. They've got to wait for a teammate to come back on side. They'll cycle in the neutral zone. Now in their own end. D to D. Pass cross ice off the wall. Hohendorf plays it for himself, chips it. Gets around the defender. Hohendorf finds it at the wall, puts it in the corner. MHA wraps it near side at the wall, chipped out to neutral zone. Poulin after it. Poulin will carry behind his net, takes it back near side, moves it to Berto. Berto in the corner, off a skate, in to help is Rocco. Rocco chipped it up the wall. Poulin in to help, Rocco there as well. Rocco with it, sends it behind the net for Hohendorf. Hohendorf far side corner. Hohendorf, pass up for Berto, hits him on the tape. Berto in the zone. Good defensive play, had it taken away, but Hooper with the intercept, dumps it in. Delayed offsides, gives MHA a little breathing room. Bedwarman with pressure. Bedwarman, Ayler up front. Timpy now on D. Smilanich and Rocco join play. This is Timpy from the point, shot and a save. Pass loose, Ayler with a backhand just wide of net. Smilich in the corner with it. MHA trying to clear. Hooper with a shot deflected into the back wall. Smilich in the corner. Feeds it to Rocco. Rocco back to Smilich. Smilich into the middle. Ayler was knocked down, but Hooper gets it back deep to Rocco. Rocco's backhand, glove down by Ayler. Loose in the feet. Rocco's got it behind the net. Cycles a pass to Smilich. Lucas brings it out to the dot. Shot off a shin guard and dumped back into the corner. Lucas. Smilich with it on the wall. Puts it back in the corner. Picked off by MHA. They'll rush it ahead. Held up at mid-ice, but they get a backhand in deep. Timpy battles. Timpy gloves it for himself, chips it back to neutral. MHA shoves it right back. Hooper behind his own goal. Tried to feed a pass, got held up on the side of the net. Now on the back wall. MHA, pass out to the point, picked off by Timpy. Timpy tried to feed a pass to Smilich. MHA caught it and dumped it back in. Hooper cycles it for Timpy. He's pressured immediately. Ayler there to help. Miles carries it ahead, centers a pass, picked off by MHA, and dumped back in deep. Off the side of the net, Timpy. MHA gets the loose puck near side, centers a pass through the crease. Goes to the far wall, MHA, pass back to the point. Disrupted by Mitchell and played ahead. Mitchell's got it, 2-on-1, Mitchell and Smilich. Mitchell over to Smilich, just off the skate. MHA able to clear it up, but held in by Poulin. Picked up by Smilich. Smilich dumps it in, Mitchell behind the net. Mitchell pulls it in the corner. Mitchell off the wall for Kuhn at the point. Jumped his stick, came to neutral. Get the troops on side. Tries to hit Lopshire, that goes long, but in the zone at least. More pressuring. Puck intercepted by Lopshire. MHA able to play it out. They'll take it wide. Mitchell intercepts. Trying to find Lopshire from his knees. MHA intercepts. They'll cycle it D to D. Now pass through the middle, blocked, but MHA with possession. They can't get a pass through. Lopshire battling. MHA. Kuhn with the stick on it. Moves it to Mitchell. Back to Kuhn. Kuhn just out of the reach of Lopshire. MHA high off the glass. Poulin with a stick on it. Moore's got it in his feet. Gets pushed into the corner. Kuhn behind the net. Lopshire now in the corner. He bangs one. Point man with possession. Point man skates it down. Now pass behind the net. Put back on the wall. MHA there. Lopshire will send it length of the ice. And we'll get a whistle for icing. There's the dreaded horn. We're going to get a resurfacing. We'll be back live in about 10 to 15 minutes. 2-2 your score halfway through. All right, welcome back. Second half of the game about to begin. Fresh ice surface. And a 2-2 game starting over. Pretty even on the shot clock, 9-8. Noah Freen in net for West Michigan. We'll start off with a D zone draw. Moore, Lopshire, Mitchell out for West Michigan. Rocco, Van Poulin on defense. Here we go, a shot right in on Freed, and he holds for the whistle. Wow, right off the face-off. MHA. Moore on the dot again. This one back by MHA. Point man, shot in on Freen, is held for another save. West Michigan with the win there. Hohendorf wraps it around far side. Mitchell chips it up the wall. Brought out to neutral. Lopshire just out of the grasp of Moore, but brought in the zone. Puck played behind the net. MHA into the near corner. Rocco there. Holds it up. Digging after it is Lopshire. Lopshire gets it to Rocco. Rocco back down to Lopshire in the corner. He's pressed into the wall. Puck loose behind the net. MHA with possession. Moore deflects, takes it away. Gets it out to the point. Hohendorf skates towards net. Hohendorf in front. Oh, just through the crease. MHA will collect the loose puck and skate it out far side. Good back check by Hohendorf, taken away by Lopshire and dumped in deep. West Michigan off for a change. MHA controls in their own end. That one all the way down for the icing call. And we'll have an offensive zone draw and some fresh skaters. Berto, Budwarman, Poulin, Timpey, and Hooper. Face off one back to Hooper. Hooper puts it towards net, deflected in front and saved. Held in the zone. MHA wraps around the near side at the wall. Berto pressuring. Out to Timpey. Timpey squeezes down on the wall. MHA able to move it out. Budwarman's there, but MHA carries it in. MHA down low. Couldn't find it for the pass. Maybe some wet ice down there. This will come out for Poulin. Clears the zone. MHA with possession. MHA tries to cycle it cross ice. Budwarman's there. He'll backhand that one in deep. Behind the net, MHA. Outlet near side. Deflected back towards the middle. MHA with possession. They'll break it out. Far side. Forest Hill Central battle down behind the end line. Hooper wins the battle, sends it near side corner. Budwarman up the wall for Poulin. Poulin middle of the ice for Berto. Berto has it pulled into the wall, but he's there first. Double teamed, and MHA chips that one, bounces into the West Michigan zone. Hooper will settle it, and MHA with a quick change. Timpey past mid-ice, just out of the grasp of Rocco. MHA turns, sends it in. MHA a shot, saved by Freen. Nice shot, right at the throat. Freen captures it. Ehlers out there with Smilanich and Poulin and Kuhn on defense. Here's Ayler. Ice is a little bit wet down there. Turnover for MHA. Puck put back in the corner. Sweep behind the net, and a penalty arms up. MHA is going to get whistled. Puck loose near side. Kuhn has it. Delayed call. West Michigan sends it linked to the ice, and we'll get a whistle. MHA with their first penalty of the game. First power play for West Michigan. Ayler, Smilanich, Rocco, Kuhn, and Poulin on defense. Puck goes into the MHA zone. They've got possession. They'll turn, send it length to the ice. Kuhn on the race. Puts a backhand behind the net, all the way to the far side. Smilanich at the wall. Gets it to Poulin. Poulin carries through mid-ice. Pass near side for Ayler. His pass is deflected right at center ice. Poulin digs after it. MHA with possession. Pass in the middle. Through the air. Trying to find it. Goes to the end line. End boards. Rocco and Kuhn dig after it. Ayler frees it up in the corner and skates it out. Miles, far side, red line, blue line. He's got Smilanich streaking. Smilanich to the near side. MHA, though, sends it length to the ice. Hohendorf behind his own goal. Carries it out. Oh, he's tripped. Hohendorf carries it ahead. Hohendorf over for Mitchell. Mitchell in the corner. And MHA will touch up and hear the yelling to turn the puck over so West Michigan can take advantage of that 5-on-3. A two-man advantage for about 42 seconds. Moore's out on the dot. Mitchell and Lopshire's line mates. And we'll get a timeout here by West Michigan. Coach wants to draw something up. Jeopardy theme music here. All right, game plan is set. Offensive zone draw. Two-man advantage. 5-on-3 for the next 42 seconds. Moore's going to take the face-off. Ayler and Mitchell out with him. Pass back to the point. Berto sends it near side for Hohendorf. Hohendorf back to Berto. Berto back for Hohendorf. Hohendorf down low for Moore. He's trying to find it. Couldn't. Got knocked down. And we'll get a delayed call now on West Michigan. Penalty arms up for the trip. And the touch-up. So we'll go back to 4-on-3. Bryce Mitchell goes. 2 minutes for trip. And a D-zone draw. Face off, played by MHA, back to neutral zone. They go D to D. And send it length to the ice. Settled down by the goaltender, fed over for Rocco. Rocco carries it ahead, gets it to Ayler. Ayler over for Hohendorf. MHA takes it away. Rocco stops it neutral zone though. He'll feed it over for Moore. Racing for the puck. Moore sends it behind the net, near side. MHA holds it in, shot, blocked. Moore's got it behind the net. Gets it to Rocco. Rocco's pass through the middle, just out of the reach of Hohendorf, but he's after the loose puck. MHA wrapped behind their own net. Back to 4-on-4 now. Even strength, no more icing. Rocco behind the net. Rocco centers a pass for Hohendorf. Hohendorf shot, save, and held without a rebound. My favorite game show. It's the match game, I think.
Is it a match or a dating game? Is it a match?
Good question. You got me thinking. Game Show Network. It's like the best channel on the holidays. On the Game Show Network, yeah. .141 left in the period. 4-on-4 for another 32 seconds. And then a 22-second power play for MHA. Little equipment problem here with the goaltender. He's going to try to fix the helmet issue. A little delayed. MHA with the second goalie on the bench, but they're going to try to get this helmet fixed. Looks like MHA is going to. Looks like MHA is going to have a new goalie come out, maybe? Yep. Broken helmet. Four on four. 20 seconds left. More on the dot. MHA sends it linked to the ice. Chipped up in the air. Hooper grabs it down for himself. MHA with possession from the point. Now a pass near side, point connects in the middle. Shot deflected to the back wall. Timpy, now Hooper. Hooper carries off the wall. MHA able to gather it in their own end. They go D to D. Smiling is pressuring. MHA curls back behind their net. MHA gets a skater out. Long range pass picked off by Moore. He'll dump it in deep. 15-second power play. Smilinich in the corner. Ties it up nicely. MHA digs it out. MHA carries near side through mid-ice into the West Michigan zone. Down deep. Centers a pass in front. Timpy with it behind the net now. Possession. Sends it. Mitchell finds it. Oh. Smilinich puts it in the zone. MHA able to have a stick on it. 30 seconds left in the period. MHA near side. Gets around Timpy. Hooper chases the loose puck. Hooper over for Bidwarman. Bounced off his stick. MHA takes possession. Dropped it for the point man, but taken away by Bidwarman. Chipped up the wall. A series of back and forths, and we'll get a whistle for offsides with 4 seconds on the clock. West Michigan gets some fresh legs out there. Berto at the center. Poulin and Bidwarman on wing. Kuhn and Poulin on defense. Played in the MHA end. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that's going to do it for the second period. 2-2 our score. Third and final period of the weekend. Poulin, Bidwarman on the wing. Berto at center. Poulin and Kuhn on defense. Third period, all tied up at 2. West Michigan with the win. Poulin puts it in deep. Played behind the net. Bidwarman. Poulin with it now. Poulin up the wall, pass to the point to his brother. Poulin in the feet, gets it back to Poulin in front. Poulin in the corner. Berto digs it out. Berto with a shot from this side. And we'll get a whistle. Face off. Bidwarman rushes after it behind the net. Bidwarman pulls it in the corner. MHA there. Berto to help. Berto's got it on his stick. Berto's shot deflected up into the net. And we'll do another offensive zone draw. Berto on the face-off. MHA wins it, pulls it behind their net. Breakout far side. Chipped in deep. After it is Poulin. Kuhn's there as well in the corner. MHA, pass in front, played by Budwarman. Through the air. Sent back to the wall. MHA, blocked by Kuhn. Loose in front. Poulin has it. Poulin to Berto. And Berto dumps it, deflected, icing waved off. MHA, outlet far side, centers a pass, goes loose for Berto. Gets it to Rocco, back to Berto. Berto dumps it in. Behind the net, Poulin. Gets it to Rocco. Now Hohendorf sends it the opposite way. MHA's there on the side of the net. Freen uses the paddle to keep it out. Loose to the point. MHA shot in on Freen and he gloves for the whistle. Moore, Mitchell, Lopshire, Poulin and Rocco. West Michigan with the win. Rocco sends it near side after it. That's Hohendorf, sorry, not Poulin. Shot in on Free and a save. Behind the net, MHA. MHA possesses, pushed in the far corner by Rocco. Pass out to the point. Back to the wall, deflected into the corner. Rocco with possession. Tries to put it high off the glass, but exits the playing surface. So we'll get a face-off in the D zone. Evan Moore on the dot. Mitchell out with Flopshire up front. Hohendorf and Rocco on defense. MHA back to the point, puts it in deep behind the end line. Moore pressures in the corner, trying to find it in the feet. In comes Rocco, 2-on-2. MHA frees it up. Moore presses again in the wall. Puck comes out, MHA, loose. Mitchell's got it. Mitchell pushes it ahead for himself, cross the red line, blue line. Mitchell into the corner. Bryce Mitchell behind the net, on his backhand. At the circle, whiffs on a shot, but gets it back. Turns, sends it behind the net. Moore in the far side corner. Up the wall with it. He loses it, gets it back. Dumps it off the wall for Lopshire. Lopshire sinks down towards the goal. Pass in front, just out of the reach of Mitchell. Hohendorf runs into some traffic and MHA tries to break it out through neutral. Moore stops it. MHA pushes it ahead. Rocco behind the net. He gets crunched. MHA in the corner. Loosens it up for Mitchell again. Mitchell ahead. Bryce, red line, blue line. Bryce shot, deflects into the corner. Mitchell gets his own rebound, up the wall. Tries to feed it back. Picks it off himself at the blue line. Mitchell still working, dumps it in the corner. He'll go for a change. Ayler now behind the net. Ayler, Smilanich and Rocco up front. Timpy and Hooper on defense. Timpy dumped it in. Stuck in the back wall. Rocco trying to dig it out. Along with Timpy. Timpy's got it. Behind the net, still loose. Trying to move it out in front and cleared out by MHA. Puck came out momentarily, but nice job by the defense to clear it out. Hooper on the near side. Played up to neutral. MHA with it, dumps it in far side. Timpy's there. Keeps it in the corner. Behind the net, MHA fires a pass out to the point. Point man puts it towards net, loose, and Freen covers it for the whistle. Berto comes out with Warman and Poulin. Poulin and Kuhn on defense. This is Poulin with it near side. Trying to break it out, moves it to the middle, far side. Poulin regroups to Kuhn, held in the zone. Loose, picked up by Berto. Berto takes it wide to the near side. Backhand in on net and gloved for the whistle. Offensive zone draw, Ethan Berto. This line with both goals so far today. MHA with a good shot block, they'll carry it out. Dumped in at the blue line. After it is Kuhn. Kuhn back up the far wall for Poulin. Poulin gets it pushed back to the wall. MHA with possession. Poulin battles after it, gets it back. MHA kicks to the middle, loose. MHA with it, top of the circle, shot knocked down by Kuhn. MHA another shot in on Freen to save. Puck played to the middle, chipped out by Poulin. Trying to find Berto and moves to the center ice. MHA dumps it in onside. Freen settles it for Kuhn. Kuhn breaks it out to Bidwarman. Bidwarman takes it wide. Bidwarman. Puck stopped before could get it deep, but held in the zone. Bidwarman now sends it into the corner. MHA plays it. More pressures behind. Held in by Mitchell. Mitchell takes it towards net. Bryce shoots! He scores! Bryce Mitchell with a laser from the face-off dot. And West Michigan takes the 3-2 lead. Mitchell just off a shift change, fresh legs, picks up the loose puck. Says, I'll show you what I can do. More Mitchell Lopshire, Hohendorf and Rocco. Still a lot of time left in the period, just under 11 minutes. Loose for Moore, he shoots, blocked, and kicked back to neutral zone. This is Rocco, finds Hohendorf on the regroup, back to Rocco. Rocco off the wall to neutral zone, put back in by MHA. Lopshire gives it to Rocco. Rocco cross ice for Mitchell. Mitchell off the wall, looking for more, held in by Lopshire. Brought back to neutral zone, but Hohendorf's dump, picked up by MHA. Carried in far side, Mitchell with a good stick, puts it right back in the MHA end. MHA feeling the pressure. Goes loose, Moore's got it. Moore down in on net, he shoots! Just wide of net. Shot in by Hohendorf, rebound, Mitchell collects behind the net. Mitchell at the end line, shoots just wide. All the way out to neutral zone, Hohendorf's after it. Hohendorf dropped it to Rocco. Rocco fed it up for Moore, who chipped it deep. He'll go for a change. Fresh legs, Smilich races in. Smilich comes out with Ayler and Rocco. MHA trying to break it out. Pass goes long, icing is whistled. Rocco, pass off the wall for Timpy at the point. Slides it over for Hooper. Hooper rips a shot, knocked down in front, goes to Timpy. Timpy puts a backhand in the corner after it's Ayler. Rocco behind the net. Comes out in front. Smilich after it, and that'll come out of the zone. Timpy held it up, but now MHA brings it ahead. Good back check by Rocco, and Hooper's got the loose puck. Hooper carries it ahead. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Hooper takes it wide, down in the corner. He's pressured. Puck goes loose along the wall to the near side. Now a 3-on-1. Shot in on Free to save. And cleared to neutral zone. MHA near side, dumped it in. Hooper holds it. puts it back to neutral zone. MHA gets it back, stick lift by Rocco, puts it back in neutral zone. MHA circles the neutral. From the far side, they bring it in. Hooper with a big stick, puts it right back into neutral zone. MHA gets some fresh legs out. Near side, in the zone. Timpy, strong, takes it away, rushes it ahead. Timpy's an absolute tank. Moore comes in, causes a turnover. Moore at the end line. Centers it, tipped by Lopshire, just wide of net. This is Mitchell. Mitchell puts it in deep. Moore's after it. Comes up the wall. Kuhn holds it in. Kuhn takes it in deep. Into the corner. MHA gets a stick on it. Can't take it out. Mitchell turns, puts it in the far side corner. Kuhn's gonna have it, plays it towards net. Mitchell has it near side. Centers the pass. Moore's trying to find it in the feet, just couldn't get a good grip on it. And MHA carries out. Dumped in. Kuhn behind the net, outlet to Mitchell. He controls, trying to find Moore, streaking through the middle, goes long. Icing is waved off. Moore puts it in the backboards. Lopshire there to help. In the feet. Stuck in the feet. Moore's trying to dig it. Comes out, and MHA's got a lane to skate. MHA played through the crease, loose for Bidwarman. Bidwarman wisely puts it back in the corner, gets a teammate to give it back. Bidwarman skates it up the boards. MHA takes it away. Top of the zone, drop pass from the circle, shot in on free, kick save. Lopshire is going to clear. MHA plays it. They'll rush it back in. West Michigan trying to get a change, goes loose to neutral zone. MHA's there. And MHA will dump it in on the relay. Poulin from behind the net. Has it punched away from him. Centering pass, deflected into Freen. Good job with the paddle. Centering pass blocked. Kuhn tries to chip it high, but Berto knocked it down. He'll carry. Ethan Berto takes it near side. Puts it high through the air on the dump in. At the back wall, MHA goes D-to-D behind the net. They send a pass off a player. Rocco intercepts. Rocco, far side wall, brought in on side. Back out to neutral. Rocco dumps it in deep. Goaltender lays it up for an MHA teammate. They bring it back to neutral. Rocco's there again and dumps it in deep. Berto pressuring. MHA on the breakout. Gets by Hohendorf, but he gets it back. Hohendorf cycles it back to Rocco. Rocco's pass near side for Poulin, stepped and picked off. That one picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell ahead. Mitchell back to the forehand shot off a skate. And MHA with possession. Pass near side connects. They'll carry it in the zone. Hohendorf, good D. Centering pass goes all the way through, but the point man sinks on it. That one blocked by Lopshire. Sent back to neutral zone. MHA near side in their own end. Can't connect. Now they have it. They drop it. Hooper high off the glass and deep. Icing arm should be up. And we'll bring it down for a D-zone draw. Just under 5 minutes left. West Michigan holding on to the 1-goal advantage. The Mitchell goal stands as the game winner so far. Miles Ayler out on the face-off. He's got Smilanich and Rocco up front. Timpy and Hooper on defense. Hooper moves it far side, held in the zone, and deflected out of play. Timpy in the corner, pulls it, keeps it, tries to send an outlet pass, loose, behind the net, Timpy gets it back. Timpy in the corner for himself. Taken away by MHA, they go down low, shot, saved by Freen. Puck loose out to the point man near side. He puts a shot in, Freen with the save. Goes loose in the corner. Timpy takes a hit. Ayler in to help. Puck tied up in the feet. Now it comes out. Timpy behind the net. Timpy near side corner. Again tied it up. Timpy, nifty foot moves. Rocco cleared it out into neutral. After it is Smilanich, loose in the MHA end. MHA tries to clear, gets by D. Hooper's there, sends it back up the wall. Taken by Smilanich into the zone. Back into neutral. Hooper dumps a hard one in deep. That one comes out in front of the goaltender. MHA there, more pressuring. Loose on the back wall. MHA from the corner sends one through the air. Kicked it back in by Kuhn. Moore takes it away. Moore's got it at the back wall. Sends it near side for Kuhn. Lopshire gets a pass back to Mitchell at the point position. Back to Lopshire at the wall. Trying to drop it to Mitchell. Through the air. Kuhn, hard one. Moore's got it. Shot, save. Clear out to neutral and into the West Michigan end. Giving chase is Poulin. Poulin from behind his own goal on the breakout. He's got a lane to skate it. Poulin across the red line, blue line. He's got Mitchell in front. Poulin tried to stuff it in at the post, and the goaltender with a save. And we'll get a face-off deep. West Michigan gets some fresh legs up front. Poulin, Bedwarman, and Berto up front. Poulin and Kuhn on defense. Comes out to neutral zone. Kuhn played it back, dumped in deep by West Michigan. MHA behind their own goal. On the carry out to the middle. Cross ice pass connects and chipped out of play. Berto on the face-off. MHA gets the puck from the red line, dumps it in deep. Oh, icing whistle. Not quite at the red line. And we'll bring it back for an offensive zone draw with 2:20 on the clock. Ethan Berto on the face-off. Hohendorf and Rocco on defense now. Tied up in the feet. MHA able to get possession. They curl back in their own zone. They'll try to carry it up with some speed on the break-in. MHA on the doorstep, and they bury it. They get a chipper from the side. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure the puck went in the net. Looks like the puck was in the goaltender's equipment. So when he stood up, it popped out. It did not go in. No goal. Goal waved off. Freed with a big save. MHA coach wants to talk about this. Referee called it a goal, but then waved it off after talking to his partner, as the way it should be. We'll take it when it's on our side. Moore comes out for the face-off. Ayler and Lopshire with him. Moore moves it to Lopshire. Lopshire passed through the air, knocked down by MHA. Lopshire gets it back though. Battles for it at the blue line. Dumped in the zone, MHA. Pass Deflected to neutral zone. MHA with possession. Cross ice pass. In the air. Rocco's got some room. Behind the back wall for Hohendorf. Rocco and Hohendorf. MHA tried to get a point pass knocked down by Ayler and carried out by Hohendorf. Hohendorf crosses the red line and dumps it in deep. MHA in the corner. Ayler takes it away. Cycles it for Moore. Moore puts it in the corner. Behind the net is Lopshire. He's got room. Pulls it in the corner. 1 minute left in the game. MHA now. Cross ice pass. Goaltender wants to leave his net, but West Michigan won't let him. Lopshire buries it deep. Fresh legs out for West Michigan. Hohendorf picks off to hold it in the zone. Hohendorf down low. Pulls it in the corner. Wisely sends it up to Berto at the point. Berto backhand in deep. Poulin after it. MHA with a stick on it. They'll carry it. Poulin. Timpey with a stick on it. Loosen the feet. We'll get a whistle here. Player down. "19 seconds on the clock. Player was down in the zone, so an offside whistle takes the faceoff outside the zone. Moore's on the dot. Lopshire and Ayler, his line mate. Timpey has it behind his own net. Timpey sends it to the point, holds it in. Shot in on Freen, just wide. Centering pass played by Timpey. 6 seconds on the clock. He'll try to pin it in the wall. Moore's there as well. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Out in front to save by Freed. And that does it. MHA with the last second shot on Freen. And this game is over. 3-2. West Michigan with a victory. Bryce Mitchell with the game winner. 3-1 on the weekend. I'd call that a success. We'll be back live in 2 weeks, starting Friday, September 5th, I believe, in Kalamazoo, Michigan at Wings Event Center for the West Michigan CCM tournament. As always, thanks for watching. Final score, West Michigan 3, MHA 16, U Gray 2.